Hi everybody, welcome back to Cookies and Cash. This is Barbara. Before we get started talking about anything, of course I have to talk about my cookies. So I went on a trip to St. Louis, as most of you know. It was a work trip. And while I was there, a colleague got these Dad's Original Scotch Oatmeal Cookies for us. Apparently there's some kind of specialty in St. Louis. They look delicious, they smell delicious. I have not had them yet, so as usual, what I'm gonna do is hold off until I'm done filming this video, and then I'm gonna dig in. But yeah, they're Dad's, from Dad's Cookie Company in St. Louis. Dad's Original Scotch Oatmeal Cookies. So, yum, delicious. Okay, now on to the video. Oops, let me straighten up my cookies. Cookies got all discombobulated. On to the video. So, speaking of St. Louis, so as I mentioned in my last video, I went to St. Louis for a work trip. So I was there for 4 days and 3 nights. So I took $100 with me in cash because I decided I was going to try to pay for this whole thing in cash. I mean, most of this stuff was paid for by my job, so really I should not have had too many things that I had to pay for. That was my thinking. So I was hoping that I would come back with some cash, or aiming to come back with some cash, not just hoping, but planning to come back with some cash. So I ended up having to take out some money from my savings, which is also doubling as my buffer, to pay for a lift to the hotel and for the hold that we had for incidentals on our room. Now, both of those things are fine. The hold has already been released, and the lift will be refunded by my job. So they're taking care of all of that. Normally they would pay for transportation to the hotel, but there was no shuttle to this particular hotel in St. Louis, so we each had to pay for our own transportation. But that money, which came out of my savings / buffer right now, which is very tiny, is going to come back because I get paid once a month, and at the end of this month I should have that on my check. So that was $35 extra that I kind of dug into my savings for. But I took $100 with me. I knew about half of that was going to go for parking, which is also going to be reimbursed by my organization, which is true. It was $40 for my parking by the time I got back and picked up my car because I stayed at the airport. So that left me with, about $60 to kind of pay for whatever I was going to pay for while I was there. I ended up the very first night spending $16 and some change on food. I flew into the airport, got to my hotel, and there was an optional dinner that evening. I got in late enough that I just wanted to spend some time to myself, do some work, relax, all that good stuff. So I did pay $16 to have some DoorDash food delivered to me. After that, I spent nothing. I would walk into a sea of Starbucks coffee cups every morning for the next couple of days because apparently there was a Starbucks within walking distance of our hotel, which luckily I did not know anything about. Even if I did know something about it, I wouldn't have gone. I was trying to save money. I was not trying to spend my money on miscellaneous coffee. So I would walk in every day and see people who had gone to get hot coffee, cold coffee, frappuccinos, who knows, desserts, sweets, who knows, to come to bring with them to breakfast and get the day started for the retreat. It was a work retreat. So I avoided all of that, spent no money on that, dodged another bullet when I was at the airport. We had a very long wait at the airport when I was on my way back home. I think I got there around 4 and my flight didn't leave until 7:30. So luckily I had bags of chips and trail mix, some of which I picked up at the Dollar Tree before I left for the trip, some of which I got while I was there. They would put things out as snacks for the group, and so I would grab bags of trail mix or bags of chips and take those with me so I could snack on them in the room. So 2 of my colleagues actually who had pre-check, TSA pre-check, fancy, very fancy, they were able to go through long before I was able to go through. So apparently on the other side, once they checked in and went through security, they both went and got something to eat for dinner. Luckily, I was not with them, so I was not tempted to go and spend money inside the airport on food, which would have been ridiculously expensive. What I ended up doing was spending money on 1 cup of coffee at Starbucks while I was waiting on my flight, and that was it. I had bags of chips and trail mix and all that good stuff, which I pulled out and snacked on while I was waiting on the flight. So that held me. So basically what happened was that I came back with $17 left over, which I am super excited about and have no intention on spending. In fact, what I am doing today is I'm going to stuff some of that money. So let's start with the envelope, the 100 envelope challenge. I'm going to stuff $10 in an envelope, 10 of my $17. So let me see if I can actually find the number 10 envelope. Okay, there is number 10. All right, so 10 of my $17 going into the 100 envelope saving challenge. Okay, done. Now, let's get ready to color in one envelope icon. Okay, so we're going to color in the number 10 envelope. Okay, there we go, we're making some progress. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm getting ready to take the other $7 that I have left over and go ahead and start a new challenge. So this one is the $40 coffee challenge. So it's a coffee themed challenge, not necessarily for me to go out and buy Starbucks, but you know, you could adapt it and do it that way if you wanted to. But this is actually just going to be a way for me to save those extra couple of dollars because I have them all in $1 bills. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Especially this one. Look, this is a super old dollar bill. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it feels like it's like about to fall apart. So I wanted to find a challenge that I could use for the last couple of dollars that I had, so I can go ahead and start stuffing. So this is going to be a brand new challenge, and there's also another one in this book, and it's called the $1 Baby Envelope Challenge. So it's a 52-week baby envelope challenge where someone, if they were super low income, would only have to put $1 away a week. And of course you can do it a lot faster. I'm going to do it a lot faster than that, but it is a fun way for you to just go ahead and sort of do a dollar challenge. So let me get started. Each icon here is $2. So I'm going to do 3 little coffee cups, so $6. So I'm actually going to start with the sign. What color do I want the sign to be? No, let's do the blue, and we'll start with the coffee shop sign. Okay, so there are my first 3 little icons colored in, and I actually love this little challenge book. I put this together, so if you're interested, you can find this actually on Amazon. I'm going to put a link below, but I was having a really hard time finding truly low income savings challenges, and so I mentioned a couple of videos ago that I publish books on Amazon, so I just created a book. So there are no challenges in here that are higher than $200. They go as low as $40, which is what my coffee challenge is right here. And no icon is worth more than $10. So if you're really low income and you're just trying to save some money, or you're just trying to get started because you haven't really been saving before, I think this book is a really great way to do this. Like I said, I have a link in the description below, and as you can see, there's a bunch of them. They're all themed, so you can use them for holidays, but you don't have to. Like this is just animal themed, so you know, your little koala bear challenge, it has nothing to do with the holidays. But you know, you'll notice that the challenges are all like $1, $2, $3, $5. That's most of them. Like here's the winter challenge, $3 for each little sweater. So there are a ton of different ones. Here's one that's themed for the summer for $75. So it's just a really cool, oh yeah, and then I have different ones for different countries. So just a cute, fun little way to sort of do some challenges. Oh, and of course, because it's Cookies and Cash, I had to do a cookie challenge, of course. But again, icons are really low, so this is only $2 each. So I just went ahead and put this together. You can actually cut out labels in the back, since this is a book, and use those to put in, I'll show you in a second, put those inside of your binder if you are going to save your money inside of a binder. That way you'll know what you're saving for. So, I mean, I saw like adorable scratch offs and wonderful things like that on Etsy, but they were just too expensive. Like each one was going to cost, you know, $5, $6, $7. And I really wanted to get started with something that was small dollar amount and that I could, you know, do very easily. And so since I couldn't find it, I just created it. So I'm going to be working a lot out of my own book as I do the next couple of challenges. But again, this is, if you want to use the link below to find it, you can do that, or else you can just search Cookies and Cash, because this actually is published under Cookies and Cash. So let me, for the first time, also break out my new Savings Challenge binder. So I got this from Temu, of course. That was my first time ordering from Temu, so super excited. I wasn't sure what to expect, but everything got here in one piece. Everything was fine. I actually ordered another binder that's going to be for my bills. So I'll be doing some cash stuffing with that in a couple of weeks. But this one is just for savings challenges. So let me go ahead and, well, actually, let me put the money in first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that first item in the savings challenge binder. Here we go. And I'm just going to take the little label that I cut out and kind of stick this here in front so I'll know which challenge this one is that I'm working on. Okay. All right. And then I have one more small challenge because I have $1 left over. And I want to do some dollar challenges just to put some, you know, dollars come up all the time. So since I'm going to be spending more cash, I'm moving to that, in that direction in order to help me budget. I wanted to save these dollar bills, these random dollar bills. Change is easy. I do have a change jar, a coin container, but I didn't have anything to hold my dollar bill, so I just decided I'm going to do a dollar challenge. So let me find that in my book. Oh no, it's back here in the baby envelope challenge. Okay. So it's here in Little Baby Envelope Challenge. So let me color in my first little baby envelope, and then I can put my money away. Okay, first envelope down. And just to clarify what I'm going to do with this money, I'm actually going to take this money and throw it at my debt. So as I'm saving this money and as I finish challenges, I'm just going to take it and throw it at my debt. The only exception is the 100 envelope challenge that I'm working on. That one I'm probably going to split between debt and savings and long-term savings, but I haven't decided yet for sure. Okay, so this is going to be my second challenge that I'm working on. I can get my dollar in here. Oh, I did it wrong. Okay, and again, same thing. I just cut out the little label And I'm just going to stick it in here so I know which challenge I'm working on. So let's make sure I didn't break my little savings binder thing. All right, so I got my first 2 small challenges started. Obviously I have the 100 envelope challenge, that's my big one. But there we go, so I've started my savings binder. And also, I have taken these in case you don't want to buy the book. I did upload them to my Etsy shop. I have an Etsy shop, it's just Cookies and Cash. And I uploaded these as $1 digital downloadables. So if you don't want to do the whole book, I've uploaded a few of these different challenges. I think I have 3 or 4 up there now. So one is going to be the cookie challenge, one is the coffee challenge, and I can't remember what the other 2 are. Oh, pet challenge, I think. There's a little pet challenge in here. See, little pet challenge. So with dogs and cats, I'm sorry if you have other pets. I do have other animals throughout the book, but you know, I don't have every pet, so sorry about that. But yeah, so I have, you know, cat, dog, and little hearts and paw prints. So this is also on there as a downloadable. So yeah, you can either go to Amazon, and I'm going to link both the Amazon and the Etsy below. You can either go to Amazon and buy the whole book, and the book is $5.99, or you can go to Etsy and just print out one of the downloadables if you want to do that, and they're $1 each. And also, I love these little markers. They're highlighters actually. And so I'm not sure if anybody else is really loving these, but I am. And this is just 4 of the whole set that I have in there. And I got these off of Amazon too. They're called Mildliners. So they're these kind of softer highlighter colors that you can actually use, not just to highlight, but for stuff like this. I'm using them to color. So I'm going to link these below as well. Just got them off of Amazon. Nothing big, but just in case somebody's looking at them and they really think they're cute, because they work really well, as you can see in the coloring. And they don't bleed through very much, but I've left the backs of these challenges blank so that if you do have any bleed through, it's not going to bleed onto another challenge. So the backs of all the challenges are going to be blank. They're one-sided. So, all right, yeah, so there are my savings challenges taken care of. Okay, so before we get into the next part of the video, I want to clarify that I also spent some of the money for St. Louis on snacks at the Dollar Tree before I left to go on my trip. And I also took $5 out of that to stuff into my envelope challenge, my 100 envelope savings challenge. So that was a little bit of money that I spent before I actually got on the road, so a little bit out of that $100. Okay, now on to the next part of the video. I'm going to do an update on the giveaway. So I have the challenge card. It came in the mail. I also put a post on the community tab inside of my channel. So if you haven't seen that, you can go check that out. And that just shows you another picture of the challenge card, which I'm about to show you now. This beautiful challenge card, gorgeous double-sided challenge card, comes from Beautifully Me and You, her Etsy shop. And on the front, as you can see, it's a scratch off, and for $130, so 6 different circles equal $130 plus a bonus scratch here in the corner. She's called this one This or That. That's what she's called this challenge. So on the back side is a 1 dime at a time challenge. With this one, you'll save $480 doing it literally 1 dime at a time. So you would just cross off each circle as you saved your money. So whoever wins the giveaway is going to win this beautiful 2-sided scratch off savings challenge card. They're also going to win a bonus gift that I've added. That's a surprise, so you'll see it when you get it, but it is a bonus surprise. It's coming in the package to the winner. And the other thing is going to be a $10 cash gift. So it's either going to come as a PayPal or a Cash App, or if you really want it, I can do a gift card. I can put that in the mail when I send you your challenge card. In order to enter the giveaway, you have to leave a comment on my July 12th video. I'm going to put a link to that somewhere up above here, so you can just go directly to that video and leave a comment, preferably something that's really helpful for the whole community. That's really good. We seem to be a very open and helpful community. I know that I've seen some fantastic stuff from people who've left me comments, and so it'd be good if you have some advice to share on budgeting or saving or paying down debt, something that you feel would be good for the entire community. Please leave a comment on that video from July 12th. And I'm going to announce the winner on July 26th. So you have until the 25th to leave a comment in order to be entered to win the giveaway. And if you are enjoying this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more of these. I put them out every week.